Welcome to this week's webcast for Realty Times. I'm Leanne Locken.
And I'm Derry Hayes.
This week, some tough news for home buyers, including a Fannie Mae report that says consumer confidence in home buying is growing, but maybe not fast enough to keep pace with home price increases.
True, or with the increase in mortgage interest rates, positive economic news is beginning to put upward pressure on interest rates, and that also could be bad news for buyers.
Right, and in the city report, well, we have an amazing story about the South San Francisco Bay Area, where home prices in some micro markets have already surpassed record prices reached during the peak of the last housing boom.
In our advice segment, we have more gloomy news for buyers. Mortgage lenders are beginning to ease the squeeze on mortgages, but not nearly enough to give more buyers a better shot at home ownership.
And in our advice segment for sellers, well, we will help them avoid identity theft when it's time to move.
Let's get started now with real estate news you can use.
Consumer confidence in home prices isn't keeping up with real growth in housing prices, and that could cause many potential home buyers to, well, miss the boat.
Home prices have been rising for more than a year, but most consumers are just getting around to expecting home prices to increase in the next 12 months.
Fannie Mae reports 51% of consumers expect home prices to rise in the next 12 months. That is way up from 32% just a year ago. Unfortunately, consumer confidence could be growing too slowly.
Yes, consumers believe home prices will rise by only about 3% over the next 12 months. But for the 12 months already past, the buyer's market has become a seller's market, and home prices have jumped by double digits in major metro areas.
That's so true. If consumers don't get their confidence up and make that move to buy, well, they could get priced out of the market as prices rise faster than consumers believe they will.
Yes, some growth in consumer confidence is due to less financial distress at home, but that's taken some time to achieve. Good paying jobs also remain difficult to come by in many locations.
Confidence is also building over the growing economy in general, but that's another slow motion event.
Yes, it is. Even though buyer confidence has grown, more sellers aren't confident enough to list their homes for sale. And that's one of the reasons we have a housing shortage and rising home prices.
If more sellers come to the market, that could help stem the tide of rising home prices and give more potential buyers, well, the confidence they need to buy.
Yes, it could. Unfortunately, Freddie Mac found less than 1 in 3 consumers believe it's a good time to sell, an increase of only 4 percentage points.
Buyers just, well, they can't get a break. They also face a continued squeeze in mortgage underwriting requirements, and that makes it tough to get a mortgage.
Stay tuned for the advice segment for buyers later in this broadcast. We have seen some mortgage lenders ease the credit squeeze.
But it may not be enough to make a difference.